Hello everybody, welcome back. We have another 3 missions to do for the Wasteseeker combat test. I am currently in the Aeon, this is my fit. I have swapped out a Webifier for a Nosferatu, just on the off chance that we actually get capital ship spawns today. I don't think we will. I think that's gonna happen next week, is when we see our first capital ship spawn in the combat test. However, I do have it as a backup. We are still going to be using the Assault Loyal Guardians, just because they are slightly better than the prototype Verwolves. And that should be it for the Aeon. I do need to change the implant to... Hey Riley, how you doing today? To Aerospace. Yeah, I think we'll be fine with the tracking speed and explosion velocity to clear these out. Alright. Hey Sid, how you doing today? Good to see y'all. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, Eve Echoes. Alright, so today we will be getting 100 merit, faction merit points, which should help us level up uh, our merit level. We're also going to get 29,000 loyalty points and an award voucher. Pretty nice. Not really sure what this is used for right off the bat. But I guess let's get into it.
Undocking.
Yeah, good day to you, Riley. Sounds like you had a pretty good day on your lab loot. Oh, we do have 2 battle cruisers that are elite on the first wave. What else do we have in here? And the Scorched Land. I think that's one of the ones that likes to run away. I don't know off the top of my head, since I don't have a video on 2.3 through 2.5, for whatever reason. Hey, Donut, how you doing today? This is the Wasteseeker combat test. We're doing 2.3 through 2.5 today. Nice. That's awesome. I love when I get good loot out of the laboratory missions. Yep, I got them iron. The Assault Loyal Guardians. These are actually the bomber version. The heavy bomber version. Unfortunately, you can't actually use the bombs here.
Warp drive active.
That's okay.
We're being warp scrambled.
Now,
We're
I wanted
being
to
warp
keep an eye on
scrambled.
that battleship. Oh, yeah. Okay, he is not the battleship that runs away. So we're all good there. Yeah, the Wasteseeker test lighting looks really good. I don't even have this on like a high fidelity. I could go much better. This is just on medium. Yeah, these are the event missions. Yeah, you really should consider doing some of them at least so you can get a lot of loyalty points. And do as many as you feel like you actually can. It is a lossless event, meaning that if you die, you lose nothing. So just get in there, have fun with it. Alright, so first wave had 2 elite battlecruisers in it. That was the
Enemy
main
ships
thing there.
detected.
We also have a
We're
elite
under
battleship
attack.
on the second wave.
We're being warp scrambled.
Yeah, it's a great way to test your fit. Yeah, the Cobra should be able to complete this, no problem. It'll take them a little bit to clear everything out, but really, I don't think the Cobras will have a problem. Yeah, yeah, the bomber battleships are so nice for an event like this. Hey, Jitter, how you doing today? Nice! Congratulations. Did you manage to kill it?
Docking request accepted.
Speaking of which, since we're on this, let me put it up to Ultra. So we have something a little prettier to look at. Nice.
Undocking.
Okay, we should have the same sort of setup here. Actually, no. We have Shatterers, which are new. Ghost Wind, which is new, and Tracker, which is new. I believe. Cool. Interesting. See what we can do here. A lot of small ships. I did not see a battleship in this wave. Okay, no battleship on the first wave. Interesting. Ooh, 4 faction heavy
Warp
fighters is
drive
so
active.
good. Alright, let's see what they start applying to us.
We're being warp scrambled.
I don't need that. So we've got scrams. We've got a lot of disruptors and target painters and
We're
weapon
being warp
disruption
scrambled.
and... Jesus. I think we've got everything under the sun. Even a scram in here. Okay. Hey, Azim, how you doing today?
We're being warp scrambled.
Ah, I've heard about Dr. Stone. A lot of people like it. Faction frigates are nice. They have a lot of use for when you're bored.
Enemy ships
Hey, what do we have on this wave?
We're under attack.
Yeah, I really don't see a whole lot of problem ships here, so this one's pretty easy to do as well. I think these missions are more around... I think these could really, focus more around the disruption and stuff like that, so just be prepared for that in a battleship. Yeah, the crew war is a pretty good one for Null. It's a little slow for its mobility, but you should be able to out-rep a lot of stuff. Yeah, no problem. Yep, nothing there runs away, so that's pretty nice.
Docking request accepted.
Okay, so that was 2.4. We've got one more to do. This is 2.5.
Undocking.
Alright, what have we got here? Okay, no faction stuff. We do have battleships here, Scorched Lands. Nothing crazy, though. Yeah, Astero is really expensive, but the Coors and the rest of them are a lot better off.
Warp drive active.
We're being warp scrambled. We're being warp scrambled.
No, this isn't Wasteseekers and Null. This is the Wasteseeker combat test. It's under Faction War Games on the second page. Yeah, you should really try it. You should really do it. You'll get a lot of loyalty points, you'll get merit, and then at the end of it, if you complete all of the missions, you will get a badge. Nope, you do not need to undock. It is accessed from the hangar. It is a lossless event, so even if you do die, you lose nothing. So just get in there and have fun with it. Supers is the maximum tonnage. Minimum, you can probably do it with a cruiser up to today. You'd have to have a pretty good cruiser. Something like a Chameleon or... yeah. If you're just joining in,
Enemy ships detected.
for these missions, you will have...
We're under attack.
you'll have like 9 missions that you can do. Yeah, Chameleon and Fiend can do it, and the Enforcer. Yeah, have fun. Put your Cyan in here. It's actually a really good choice.
We're being warp
Alright,
scrambled.
Riley, thank you for joining me today. I'll be seeing you. I'm doing good, Snoopy. How you doing today? Yeah, I don't see why we would have an issue with the Cobras today. I think we should be fine to run the Cobras through these. Oh, you're exhausted? Yeah. What were you grinding on Final Fantasy 12? Alright, yeah, so today seems pretty reasonable. Should not have an issue with the
Docking
Cobras.
request accepted.
I didn't see anything that was necessarily terrifying or problematic. And speaking of, let me check the store real quick. I now have 591,000 loyalty points. Mm, Sorry. There we go. I also need to check my faction rank, because I think I did rank up. Oh, interesting. These actually are faction levels, not the Empire faction levels that we're getting. Interesting. Okay. Means I still gotta level up my normal Empire stuff. Okay. Cool. And let me go ahead and swap over to the 3 Cobras. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is the fit for the Cobras here. Not too crazy, but oh, you need 5 more? Ew. But it should get us through.
Undocking.
Right. Here we go. I need to swap this one.
Warp drive active.
But after that,
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're being warp scrambled.
we'll give it just a little bit of time to get some of these smaller ships closer to us, and then we'll use our Star Melody. Alright, I think it's time. We were able to clear out quite a few enemies there. Actually, not bad at all. Yeah, I didn't notice that many ships with repairers here, so that's nice. That's certainly a nice thing to not have on grid. Yeah, the tank on the Cobras is holding out quite nicely. Yeah, that would be nice to have the lost Wasteseeker anomalies back again.
We're under attack.
I don't know if we will get it back.
We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
One in the top right is struggling a little bit,
We're under
but it's not that bad.
We're being warp scrambled.
Lots of battleships on grid for this wave, so definitely some damage coming in, but our resistances are holding on pretty well. This poor ship here has got, like, everything. that Wasteseeker Scorcher is a little difficult on its tank to deal with. Was that Scorcher armor tank or something? That's weird. I need to remind myself to turn on the auto orbit and all that for the character in the top left. Because it is really annoying micromanaging all of my orbits and stuff. Yeah, the damage is going pretty good. Like I said, this does take quite a while when you only have like 3,000 DPS, and half of that is being absorbed by the resistance. Just how it goes. Yeah, I really shouldn't need the boosters anymore.
Docking
One has
request
completed
accepted.
its first trial today. I guess I need to check on capacitor here. Yeah, we're fine. My goodness. This Wasteseeker Sculpture is hard to kill. I'm barely making a dent on that. Okay, this one is complete. What do you see? I think I see a missile guidance disruption. Yeah, I mean, they are kind of following him. But they are well within their range. I mean, 2 kilometers. once we get through the armor, look how much damage we do. That armor is what's killing me.
Docking request accepted.
What would be a better... version of what I've got here? Right now I've got prototype ogres. That would be nice, if I could pick up 2 of these. Huh. What'd you do testing on? Nice. That is pretty good. Okay. That actually puts me just where I need to be. We'll go up to assault ogres. Oh, we're short by 42 million. Okay, maybe now I have enough. Still short. There we go. These will be a lot faster for us, which is what we need. Okay, so we got ourselves an upgrade. Let's go ahead and slap those on here. It's about 300 more DPS, but they are going to be significantly faster. We're at 1530 versus 1275. And then these Assault Ogres are also going to have a lot better DPS. Oh no, still 1296 here, because of the flight velocity reduction. So it really didn't matter. They're just slightly better DPS. So I can lower my DPS by 10%, which is about 300 damage. But I can get better tracking speed and explosion velocity, but that really won't matter. We'll just try and see what this does for us with our current setup, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. I think the only wave we're gonna have some kind of trouble with
Undocking.
is going to be the second wave of the last mission today.
Warp drive active.
This one shouldn't be
Warp
hard,
drive active.
just because there's a lot of small ships here.
We're being warp scrambled. scrambled. We're being warp scrambled.
A lot of webs, a lot of scrams. It is okay. Pretty sure we're in a position where we can just pop our Star Melody nanocore and kill most of them. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I could kill most of them there.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Yeah, generally, this mission in particular was really easy, just because there's so many small ships that have not much tank. Although, with that being said, this little Wasteseeker ghost is a little annoying. I would be so down for a Hololive collab. I doubt it would ever happen with Evechoes, just because the two just don't really mix all that well. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna orbit this guy instead. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some kind of variety, maybe our own choice of what was holographic on the side of our ships. Yeah, I do miss the Q&A. It just doesn't work for you. That's unfortunate. I'm pretty much just waiting on my nanocore to come back up. And then the rest of this wave will be taken care of. Okay, cleared that one out. Pretty much no problem.
Docking
The only
request
problem we
accepted.
kind of encountered was the ghost frigate. Which ended up being faster than we can hold down. So we do have to wait for our nanocore to come up to kill it really reasonably quick. Right, so this next one is going to be the one that gives us some trouble. Oh yeah, way more interesting. Way more interesting. I agree.
Undocking. Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Let's see what these can do. Pretty much taking care of all the little ones in the area. Overall, it's going alright. The first wave doesn't seem so bad. The second wave is probably a lot worse. Yeah, for me, I really don't know all that much of either of those two languages. I know like little words or phrases here and there. So when I'm watching any kind of anime, it's more just like reading a book. So I'm just constantly reading. Doesn't really bother me what is being said. So long as I can read it. I'm actually pretty happy with these rattlesnakes. They are performing pretty well. Yeah, I think we're about ready to start going up to level 8 pretty soon. I did just finish off the Expert Battleship Command 5. And now I'm working on the Expert Launch Drone 5. I could probably make it through Expert Launch Drone 5 in like 2 months. But we should be able to do at least level 8 on Dormant Realm 110. Yeah, my only worry was like you were talking about the DPS I needed to try to take down some of these battleships. Um, and that is definitely a problem that we will have to figure out. Getting through here. Gotta wait for my drones to catch up.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
just a little bit more time for these ships to get closer to me. This one in the top right is taking its sweet time to kill a battleship. That one can just be popped immediately. We're like right in the middle of them. I'm surprised I have only found one person who wants to sell a Thanatos, and it's kinda crazy. Like, I cannot seem to find anybody who has a Thanatos right now. There's one guy that I talked to. It's just like, it's a fake, just like the Wyvern, yeah. Nobody has it. It's just there in the game files. It is very interesting how difficult it is to find certain ships. And it's for different reasons as well. It's not just because they're really popular and people don't want to get rid of them. But maybe they're just not being made. Maybe people are just not interested in the Thanatos. So people don't sell the Thanatos. It is incredibly difficult. Hey, Koopy, how you doing today? I'm doing good. We're just having fun with the Wasteseeker combat test right now. Aw, you got sick? Well, I hope you feel a lot better soon. I hate being sick. Honestly, this set of missions went a lot better than the last set of missions we did. Pretty happy about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm at like 3,300 DPS. So, I don't even know if he could break the battleship's tank. Unless he went less tanky on the Chameleon. Man, them is fighting words, Poopy.
Docking request accepted.
Alright, so that was 2.5. Which was our last one for these. Also means that we now have 100 out of 500 points toward our next faction rank. 212,000 loyalty points so far from this event. That's really good. Yes, we are doing a little bit of faction warfare leveling through the
Docking
Wasteseeker
request
combat
accepted.
site. I need to check the next set here. So we got 100. We'll get 200 on the 4th. And then we'll get 300 on the 4th as well. Wait, are we gonna have a lot of them open on the 4th? Ooh! Oh man. We're gonna have five missions open on the 4th. Hell yes. And we'll get a faction warfare level. Is that 41,000 loyalty points there? My god. We're eating good. So far, I've got 300 and another 300. There's 400 there, so 1,000 faction warfare points is what you'll get from this. And it's only for the actual faction ones, not the Empire ones. It's these. So you'll get 1,000 points toward your faction. Yeah, I'll be happy if the Cobras can complete 210. I think that'll be a really good chance there. So this opens on the 7th. This opens on the 10th. Yeah, so we'll get 4 on the 7th, and then we'll get the last 3 on the... on the 10th. Oh, look at that medal. That looks really cool. That's very cool. Alright. So, now we have done the alphas. We have a new ship to play around with. This is our Chimera. I have built it to be extraordinarily tanky, because that is the point of a Chimera. Although I really don't need it for this event. It's a pretty cool ship. What are we using today? Yep, it is a capital ship. You can see here now I've got Chimera, Naglfar, Revelation, Nidhogger, and Phoenix. I mean, it is just a basic carrier. And I only have 440 for skills. We've got a long way to go to make them 20,000 DPS. Oh, and it doesn't have a hangar either. I think I want to fly the Nidhogger.
Undocking.
Once again, this really should not be a problem for the Nidhogger. nothing here
Warp
is
drive
going to be a
active.
problem.
We're being warp scrambled.
Right now what you're seeing is about 8,000 DPS on this Nidhogger. Yeah, this is all nullsec. Yep, these ships live in nullsec. Yeah, Isotone is hot right now. You know it. Fighting for our lives out here. I have heard that the Navy carriers can actually enter high sec still. Which is weird, because I thought they took that away. Oh, yeah, no problem. I can do it. Yeah, if the duel comes back, should definitely do some of those. Interesting portion to note that the fighters are actually having trouble applying damage here. They're doing okay against, like, cruisers, battle cruisers, and battleships, but against, like, the destroyers and the frigates, it could definitely be a problem. Huzzah! We're no longer an Isotone. They are putting out some pretty good DPS though. Yes. Yeah, it would be pretty cool if we could do, like, a fleet for Verge of Silence. It's the PvP or PvE event. Similar to what we're doing here, except you could actually die on the PvP side. I think it's lossless, last I remember. Yeah, as long as it's lossless, I'll join in. I don't really care. Yeah, I was looking at that too going, that's a little bit, kinda awful. I think I need to level up carrier engineering a little bit better. I do know that this ship currently has a warp speed increase rig on it, and it needs to have a capacitor control or semiconductor. I'm not sure why the guy I bought it from had a warp speed one on here. That is a fast battle cruiser, by the way. Also, if I did not have a micro warp drive on here, I'd have 25% more capacitor to work with.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're being warp scrambled.
Yeah, these fighters definitely have a lot harder time against the frigates. Yeah, if you put a micro warp drive on it, so you can actually warp or move around, and you find that it's completely fine, that's awesome. Yeah, you're definitely gonna need some blue juice.
Warning, capacitor running low.
Capacitor! Capacitor! It is okay. All I really need to do is shut down one of my... one of my, damage modules, and we're fine. I'm so used to, like, the Cyan or the Shanghai being able to run, like, all of its modules without a problem. Man. No, unfortunately not. You're gonna have to just live with, where you place your modules on your ship. That's the only thing that you can do, is just place your modules in a different spot and see where it puts you. Yeah, I think I can only run 2 damage modules on the Nidhogger right now. The fact that the Nosferatus and Neutralizers plus these 3 capital modules are what's killing my capacitor the most, is a little unfortunate. Yeah, I don't even have a GU for that on this. There's a lot of stuff I gotta get on this character. The main goal is to have the ships for content, and then after that we can look at, like, various upgrades you can do to make your fits a little more easy, I guess. Or a little bit more comfortable to use. But I've got to get my hands on these other ships. Yeah, I don't even know how I would pay you for those right now. Hey, Ricky, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. You are my 100th follower. That's awesome. Thank you so much. How you doing today, Ricky? How you doing today, Ricky? What have you been up to? Ah, very nice. There we go. Yep, we have a Discord and we have YouTube that you can refer to. I just did a whole series of Tech 1 all the way through Tech 8. And right now we're working on Tech 8 through 10. Right now we're at Tech 9.
Docking request accepted.
It has some pretty general information about what to look for, what to do, how to do it. I don't go as in-depth as some other streamers or YouTubers, mainly because that has been covered quite a lot and in very good information. But it does get you started and on the right path. Yeah, I'm definitely the most present. I'm not the only one. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into our next Faction War Games thing here. Yeah, there's not many people that stream it. I think maybe there's a handful right now, if we're lucky.
Undocking.
Oh, thank you for the follow. I think I already said thank you, but yes. Yeah, I mean, let me just say that if Jenner was streaming, he would have all the high-end people watching him.
Warp drive active.
Well, I appreciate you doing what you do. It does mean a lot for the help that you provide.
We're being warp scrambled. We're being warp scrambled.
So, compared to the Nidhogger I was just flying, this ship has about 2.5 million more EHP on average, depending on my fit. Jitter is the best mod. Yeah, I do really enjoy the Chimera. It is a fantastic carrier. Pretty much, this ship will turn into the Angel Fleet Rally Point or whatever ship, so that way I can run that content more easily. My current lineup of Dreadnoughts does it okay when there's other people there, but I just don't have the damage. At least with this ship, I won't have to worry about the damage coming in, and I can start focusing on what's going on around me and ships that are running away. Oh boy. Yeah, you don't want to end up in Dormant Realm. Although it really would not matter. You've got a pretty good fit for it. That's okay. Did you just start the game? How recent? Returning player, cool. Yeah, any questions you have, you can reach out on Discord or when I'm streaming. It's perfect. Koopy's just jealous. Yeah, so, what tech level are you, Ricky? What? You said you've been doing encounters. Nice. That's a good start. If you click on your character portrait in the top left, and then you select that bar right below your portrait, it'll bring you to your skill points and all that. So let me swap to multi-box here. So if you click your portrait up here, and you go down to this bar right below it, it'll bring you to the skill points, and right here it'll say what tech level. I think I am the only streamer with a super carrier. I think all the other ones don't touch supers. Or if they have a super, they don't show it off. You can also get there by clicking your character name and going to skills, which is two down. Okay, Tech 6, that's not bad. That's a good start. So I highly recommend that something you do is start doing the Concord Pass. Yeah, so you're pretty recent into Tech 6. You've probably been there for about a week or two. So have a look at starting your Concord Pass. That would be found over here on the right. And what you want to do is set these missions to whatever you like. I preferably will do something like time online so I can AFK the Concord Pass and planetary materials for myself. But if you really like mining, you have the options of mine 9,000 cubic meters of ore, or if you're running a bunch of encounters, you can do some of the bounty tick related things. But yeah, if you get started on that, there is I keep swapping. If you get started on that, there is points that you can earn on the free pass, along with skill points. You can use those points to buy this box. This box will give you a choice of one of these four. If you choose either the industry or the offense box, you can sell these materials for a lot of it. AFK on a phone, just choose the missions that give you time online. So that would be this total online 60 minutes, 50 minutes, 30 minutes. And you'll just leave your phone on when you're asleep. If you're talking about the AFK AI and counter running, that is a lot more difficult for someone at Tech 6. It requires you to have a nanocore, upgrading the nanocore, and activating the AI as well. A Tech 6 player normally will not have access to that. Yep, there's plenty of us that are more than willing enough to let you join in on whatever it is we're doing in high sec. Just to help out some new players.
Enemy ships
Okay, wave 2.
detected. We're under attack.
I think right now this Chimera is spawning somewhere around 6,000 DPS. Maybe like 5,500. It's not great yet. It'll get a lot better as time goes on. Nice. What are you gonna do with all the keys and Tesseract cores? Are you just building up? Ah, it's all good. What ship are you flying right now? Ah, Thrasher. Very good ship. That is a very good destroyer. What the heck just went past my screen? I can't even tell you what this is. Yeah, you can follow people around in your pod. As long as you're in the same fleet with them. You'll still get half the bounty. Hello, Asim. How you doing today? Note to self, I need a better web of fire. Well, I'm glad you can join me. yeah, if you wanna either join the Discord and introduce yourself or whatever, or we can add you. But the easiest way is just to join the Discord. No problem. Snoopy, I agree. I've been waiting for the next Interstellar Bazaar event. Man, the Chimera feels so much more comfortable for this. I know it's a bit slower, but dang. We're at like 6,000 or 5,500 right now. The Nidhogger we flew a little bit earlier was at 8,000. And somehow, before the 7th, we need to have closer to like 10 or 12,000. Yeah, horrible capacitor on that Nidhogger. Yeah, I don't even need to worry about my tank here with the Chimera. That is one major benefit. So I think what we'll do with the Nidhogger is I'll drop some more of the tank. I'll drop the micro warp drive, maybe. And we'll warp
Docking
in at
request
100. But I do need a few other modules if I'm gonna do that. Here, let me just undock real quick. Check my local first. And we'll see what kind of DPS we're actually working with currently. Because I might be wrong on the DPS number. Yeah, so we're at 6,130 DPS with 3.4 million EHP. And I still need the hangar module for this thing. So maybe what I'll do is I'll try to get my hands on a hangar. see if we can get a little bit better of a fit for the later missions. I still need the skills anyway, so we'll definitely do that. But getting the hangar is kind of a priority right now after I get my Thanatos. Let's see if this thing can handle 3.
Undocking. Let's see, what kind of hangars do I need right now? Warp drive active.
We're being warp scrambled.
Even like the basic light fighter siege hangar is 12 billion on the market right now. It'll provide a 5% damage increase and give me 10% extra shield. And that's for the level 1 modification. I'd love to get level 4s on all of my carriers. But that's a little much. Especially when you consider that I'm gonna be having to fit a hangar on like 12 different ships at minimum. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's if they don't introduce any more carriers. If they introduce more carriers, I'm gonna have to get hangars for those as well. I know I'm gonna like having the Chimera and the Chimera Navy issue eventually. And the Anaconda. So I'll at least probably put good hangars on those 3 ships. But after that, I really don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of them. I know for sure that, the versatile assault ship carriers are going to be the last ones I cover. I can pretty much cover all of the dreadnoughts now at a very minimum skill level. But when you consider, like, the assault ship hangars and all that, the carriers are in the worst spot for trying to cover them. Yeah, tank looks pretty good. I don't see a problem with the tank. We're getting about 33% and 39% on our shield resistance for kinetic and explosive. Yeah, I still need 9 more dreads to cover those. If they come back with the Universal Treasure Box or the Lancer Dreadnought box, I could have 3 of those 9 in no time. I'm like 5 boxes away from the Lancer Dreadnoughts if they reintroduce the Lancer Dreadnought box. yeah, I can show off the lance in nullsec, which is really cool. I do have 3 of those lance boxes sitting in my hangars. Kind of just waiting to be equipped to the Lancer Dreadnoughts. As for the bodyguard dreads, I don't know how I'm gonna get my hands on those right now. It'll take a lot of grinding in nullsec. I mean, we're talking about 2 months if all I do is anomalies in nullsec, killing a billion a day. Which isn't that bad when you think about it, but that's a lot still. Oh, we still have the super. This is a different character. I've forgotten how you do his name. This is my nullsec character, T10 Day 1. And the goal of this character right now is to attain 1 of every capital ship. Not including supers, because that would just be ridiculous. Yeah, we'll probably end up buying some of them. Remember, that also includes Force Auxiliary, Jinner. I don't know how long it'll be before I get my hands on any of that stuff, because my main focus is on the combat side. And I guess that also includes a Roarfall, Jinner, since that's a capital ship too. Yeah, there's a lot there. Most people in this game focus on 1 weapon system, 1 ship, at different tiers. Usually within the same weapon system. So, me having to spread out to every faction, every weapon system, will take a long time before I actually get good stats with any one of them. If I end up with, like, every freighter and jump freighter, I would just start like a U-Haul. You can rent this freighter for 20 billion. Nah. It'd probably be like 5 billion to rent it for the day. Orion's rent a U-Haul or rent a car. Oh yeah. You might see it one day. You might see it. This the last ship of the second wave? I think it is. It might be the first wave, I don't know. We'll see in a moment. Yeah, second wave is now here.
Detected. We're under attack.